Hello out there. Yes, we organized fast. It is round 5, the final round of Swiss for the Game Invitational. It will be myself versus Smoke-ulators. I am 4-0, Smoke is 3-1. We have both clinched the top 8 playoff spot. This battle will likely decide who's the number 1 seed, although I could still lose and be the number 1 seed based on tiebreakers. So, it's not a high-pressure match, but it's a kind of killer instinct type match where, yeah, I don't just want to be in the top 8, I want to be number 1 seed in the top 8. Which will be interesting. Right now, I think that the most likely number 8 seed will be Mega Beast. I think that's the most likely way that things will break. And that would be an interesting game for sure. But I'm perfectly happy to do it. So, always try to be the top seed. Why not? You have a shot at it, take it. Also, it's a quick turnaround because I will be gone. I'll be out of town starting Thursday, ending... I think I may have one day at home, like Sunday or something, then I'm on a flight to Salt Lake City, so I'm going to be out of town for probably a week, maybe more. So, it might be a while before you guys get to see me crush things. Yeah. Or get crushed, you know. Magic has a way of re-humbleizing those who get too cocky very quickly. Much like horseshoes, or golf, or bowling, you know. Every time you start thinking you're good at those things, look at what happens. So, got just a couple minutes, just warming up the stream, just getting ready to battle. I forgot to eat lunch. See if that messes up my game. That's something I can't really get away with in long paper tournaments. Playing on an empty stomach is not advisable if you're going to play like, 8-round Swiss in one day, 55-minute rounds. But this is not that. This is, very spread out. It's a 5-round Swiss tournament, but it's been spread over 5 weeks so far. So it's been a journey to get here, and my ramp deck has carried me the whole way. There are a few things I'd change about it if I had it all to do over again. I think Jotty Offshoots should be in the deck. It was a change I made because they're kind of a dead card against Control and other ramp decks, which I expected to see a lot of. But they're really good against Thopters and tokens, which, were more than I expected in the tournament. And in general, I just don't think you remove them. They just do too much work. That life cushion's big even against other ramp decks and control decks because they can't burn you out if you have a Jotty and play most of the game, and they can't really do anything about it. And, there's a few other tweaks I'd make. Desolation Twin hasn't pulled its weight, but we'll see. It gets one more chance to shine right here, and it gets the top 8. It would be neat. I think it would be neat. I want to ask Hakeem if we can all make, like, a 5-card. Like, if we could change... Maybe the right number is, like, 6 or 8 or 10. If we could change, like, 5 to 10 cards in our deck just for the top 8. I think that would be really cool. Do you guys think that would be a good idea? I'm looking at the chat right now, but I'm about to put it away. When I go into this game coming up, I am going to put the... And then I'll come back and read the chat afterwards, like I do. Give people some time to jump in here. I don't know how many viewers we'll get at 5 in the afternoon on a Tuesday, but hopefully some more people can show up and check it out. Should be a really fun match. He's got big monsters, I've got big monsters. I have ways to ramp my big monsters and he doesn't. But I do have to draw them, and if he draws his big monsters and I don't, that'll be a big problem. If I can get my big monsters out, but he deals with them with, like, flesh bags, then he'll be advantaged. So there are, this is not a slam dunk matchup by any stretch of the imagination. The right mix of cards on his side, the wrong mix of cards on my side, and it could fall apart pretty quickly. Alright, you guys ready? I'm gonna go send Smoke an invite if he's online here, and let's rock. Let's rock, let's roll, let's get the party started. I'm over here messaging with Smoke, trying to get the invite going, and there it is. Me inviting him didn't work, but I received it, so let's get in there. Be on the play, have a good hand. We want a ramp spell. We want Outland Colossus. We want Acid Moss, and a Guy's Revenge. We either want, okay, so we either want Outland Colossus or, like, Acid Moss Guy's Revenge. Go with the Nissa's Pilgrimage. Gate Creeper would be just awesome to eat a flesh bag. Let's see what we get. Huh. It's really risky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's really risky. Can't do it. That's not that good. That'll have to do. So, we need the threat side of what we talked about. We're going to need to draw Outland, Gaia's, From Beyond. I mean, we've got the pieces, we just need the threat. If we go too long without drawing a threat, we can just lose to his threats. So, let's see what happens. This will be one of those games where there's a lot of pressure on every draw. She's not that good in this matchup. The 4/4 is pretty easy to kill if we make a 4/4, and if we don't, there's plenty of burn and ways to deal with her. But if we can get far enough ahead with the moss, then maybe we'll be okay. He doesn't have a Gate Creeper, which is really good for us. Means maybe we can mess up his mana. There's the bond. And I think I have an opportunity here to target his black mana. that I'll take. Hello? Lag? Lag's not good. Hopefully that's enough of that. In testing, the acid moss games were pretty good for me. But hopefully he doesn't have one of his 2 fiery impulse. That would be a big negative. Okay. Well, gotta go for it. He's only got 2. If he has one right here, so be it. Alright, so let's review his deck list. Fleshbag Marauder would be a pretty big blowout if I made the 4/4, so we're going to want to tick up. But before I do that, let's thin the deck some more, because I've seen enough land for this game. Yep. Well, can't thin those unless you cast them. If he goes land, Firecraft, we're pretty much at parity. Nope, another bond. And maybe a missed land drop? Let's see. Nope, he's got it. He could go Wanderer next turn, draw 2 cards. Be a huge game. I'll do. I think I want to thin out before I tick Nissa up anymore. I really think I need to, even though it might take away a play this turn. At this point, we're trying to play a long game. Long game. And we need our card draws to be of quality, because he's going to start getting a lot of card advantage. Now, I can still play a land, and I can still cast Acid Moss if I hit it, so that's something that we're looking for here. To keep him off of casting a Woodland Wanderer or an Outland Colossus. Okay. Here we go. What's we gonna get? Hello. Call your shot. Alright, what do we got here? 1 red, 1 green. No. 1 red, green, 1 black. Black it is. Keep those flesh bags out of here. Alright, no forests in the deck. This has probably been a frustrating game on his side. Oh, wow. Okay. So... go right upstairs, because we know we can get it back, and he's got to go land Nissa's renewal to get out of that. Nothing else will do it. But he could make that play. And it looks like he is trying to get there. He's been able to hit land drops, I think, all the way through. We're also going to be on 7, though, so if he goes with that play, we just win. So we're good, actually. I don't think there's anything you can do. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. In fact, 1, 2, 3. No, that takes 16. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. We'll just get this ready to rock next turn, if he somehow brings Nissa down to size. We'll also just play out a bunch of things so that there's multiple avenues. Never drew that big monster, but he didn't have one ready to go either, and we just thinned the deck right out, and Nissa got to run wild. There's the Firecraft. And he's got an Impulse. Alright. One game down. So, streak continues. Okay. And you guys might be able to witness, we're gonna go for the very rare, in my experience, I've never done it. I've never done it at any 5-round Swiss tournament, and I play those about once a week. I have never gone a perfect record, 5-0. So, be the first time I'd ever seen it, and I think it was only done one other time by another player in the area. At least there's a legend about it, but most people don't remember the details or what deck they ran or anything like that. Every time somebody gets close at our store, people talk about it. I played a guy 2 weeks ago who was he was playing some green-white tokens build, and he was undefeated until he came up against me, and they were talking that he would go, you know, the undefeated Swiss, and not just the 5-0, but the 10-0 in matches. That's what we're talking about, and he in the 10-0 in games. But I ended that run. Let's see if Smoke can end mine. Be the first time, like I said, I'd ever seen a 10-0 game run in Swiss. Yeah, and I'm on the play. I have to draw a threat, but I don't think I could possibly get rid of this hand because Moss can be so important in this game. I mean, these two cards, this guy requires an elemental bond, but he's still good flesh bag fodder, you know, so you can get some value out of him. This isn't going to do much. Probably its best use is when the opponent languishes while they have Woodland Wanderer out. Now that's a long way off. This guy's a long way away, but thankfully we have a deck designed to get there, and hopefully it does. But yeah, if he has like Woodland Wanderer out and cast Radiant Flames, Rising Miasma, or Languish, or Outline Colossus to like cut away my blockers for it, that's where Fiery Impulse is actually good, is it because it can take those out with that damage on. But we definitely don't need or want two of them. We're going to at least give him a chance to play Elemental Bond before we cast Reclamation Sage. No reason to just jam it on turn 3 if he might have a Bond. And he has an Evolving Wilds. Okay. Well, that's good for him because he gets to fix his mana. And leaves us in a bit of a bind. I mean, we're still going to cast this, but we can't hit his black, so I think we take away his green, and then we make him go get green and hope he doesn't have more black. Yep. Pausey, pause, pause. Okay. Yeah, he did go for the black. So that's probably good for him if he has Flesh Bag, which means maybe I don't just want to jam this next turn, but that's tough. I mean, I really do want to. So he must have another green. He has a tapped green. So what do I do? Three Flesh Bags in the deck. It's the only way he has to get rid of this. If I play this, he has to go Fiery Impulse, then Flesh Bag. Should I be in a rush right now? This is a really tough decision. He still hasn't had a chance to play Elemental Bond, so he could still have it. So how much do I gamble that he's got a flesh bag? I think I gamble that he... I just have to... I think I just jam it. I think I take the chance. Up a game, on the play. I think we just take the chance. He's got it. Okay. Too bad. Well, at least make sure he doesn't have a board from there. And he's doing fine on land again. I mean, that happens though. 4 gate creepers and a good land count. That's pretty clutch. That's right on time too, right on curve. We'll see if he has the firecraft for it, but I think he's only got 1 red. I don't think I make a 4/4. I just don't. There's too many ways he has to kill it, which would really waste the play. And I'm just, again, he still hasn't had a chance to cast Elemental Bond if he has it, so we'll at least make sure that we hold this until we see if he has the chance. There's the Firecraft. It's a 1-of. Alright, so his answers have lined up. And he's going to give us a game. And we're going to stall, so let's see what he can do. Well, no question I've got to do this, so may as well do it now. Well, can definitely run one of these out now. So far his answers have lined up just the way he needs them to. He's doing alright. There it is. He's got the monsters. We are in trouble. It is official. Back to the wall. It's unreasonable not to think he still has more coming. Lily. Interesting. Well, that's good. Rock in a hard place. Wow. Did that just happen? Guys? I think he's gonna want that one back. Lots of lag. I'm really worried about a disconnect or screwing something up because of it. if you're out there watching, you were probably screaming to just let the Reclamation Sage hit you, because that was a Hail Mary pass I just threw, and it was a completion. But still may not be good enough, depending what else he's got. And Nissa's Renewal at this point is like a turn off. I'll take it. No Ulamog in his deck. So that's just a value renewal, and that's a big draw. That's going to set us up. He hasn't had Bond. Do I want to deploy this now? To play around a future Bag o' Flesh? I've already got a Gate Creeper, but I may need two because I think that pause... So that pause was probably considering Fiery Impulse. At least that's what I'm going to think about. Because he could have, if he had Spellmaster, he could have Fiery Impulsed his own Woodland Wanderer to flip his Lily. So I think I have to believe he has Fiery Impulse. And if he has Fiery Impulse and Flesh Bag, he can take out Gate Creeper and my Ulamog if I cast it next turn. So we're going to run this out there. He might have a Languish, he might have a Radiant Flames, but this at least it gives him one more obstacle. Can he have it all, you know? He's had it all most of this game. He's had everything that we've hoped he wouldn't have. No more forests in his deck, but he has the land. Yep. There's the Radiant Flames. Probably gonna play that now. Does he have another Flesh Bag? There's the Bond. So I've just got to take those out, I think. And if he has the Flesh Bag, he has it. And then we're just in a top deck war. I hate it, but, you know, you got to go for it. If he has the Flesh Bag in his hand, I can't just wait for another creature and let Nissa, you know, draw him the Flesh Bag if he doesn't have it. He's had it all. What's he got? Does he have it all again? Interesting. Does he have a basic land left in his deck? 4 forests. The forests are gone. He has 2 swamps. He has 2 mountains. 1 swamp, 2 swamp, 2 mountain, 2 mountain. He's out of basic lands. I mean, we're on a 2-hit clock, but he has a... Let's see. Takes it. So, let's see what we're up against now. I see that Rolling Thunder. That's a relief. Is there another one? Nope. There's still one more Rolling Thunder. There's still 2 more Flesh Bags. We didn't get any... Oh wait, there's one. Okay, there's 1 more Flesh Bag. Alright, what do you got, Smoke? I'm at 10. Thunder won't do it. Colossus won't do it. I think this will be it. Alright. The flood was on, too. But there you go. Well, to everybody along for the ride, man, there you have it. That is a 10-0 Swiss run. Gruul Ramp. Like I said, I've never seen that before. Never. And it honestly, I'm happy, but it only feels like a curse as I prepare to enter top 8. It feels like I'm gonna get 0-2 kicked out. But at the same time, you know, that's exciting. Just sharing some messages with Smoke. And now I'll pick up the chat and say hi, everybody out there. Oh, yeah, that was close. Just reading what the chat says here, guys. Let's see. DJ thinks it'll be interesting. Looks like mostly DJ and Hawk hanging out. Yeah, that last game was really interesting. Really interesting. I also thought the other flesh bag was coming down, but I couldn't just sit back. I think you guys knew that, and sometimes that's the way it is. Maybe I could have slow rolled that Colossus earlier, and it would have been different. But I guess I'll never really know on that one. But it could have been. Maybe I should have played the Sage on turn with the 5 mana instead of the Colossus and forced him to play around the Sage. But it certainly worked out down the line. But yeah. The big play of that game, though, was that Reclamation Sage that would have probably eaten a removal spell or something, getting blocked by the Woodland Wanderer. I mean, that play by Smoke, like, when I'm attacking you with a Reclamation Sage and you have Woodland Wanderer and Liliana out there, and I'm not going to play like a Planar Outburst or a Languish, you know? You just take the damage, just take the 2 points, right? Because I was in such a tough spot otherwise. If I Rolling Thunder the Wanderer, he flips Liliana, and eventually he'll make me discard Ulamog before I can cast it. If I Rolling Thunder Liliana, I could die in 2 turns to the Wanderer. It was just such a horrible spot, and he really bailed me out with a block when he blocked the Reclamation Sage. Win's a win. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's 10 wins in a row. That's going to finish the Swiss portion off. And I'm excited for top 8. Excited to be the top seed in the top 8. I'm going to be watching the rest of the matches really close. I have a feeling that Beast can win. I don't know if I think Mackey's going to have a hard time, so I think right now I'll probably draw Beast, but we'll have to see what happens. He didn't. Oh, you think he did have Fiery Impulse for the Woodland Wanderer, and you wonder why he didn't play it to flip the Nissa. He didn't play it because he didn't have Spell Mastery. I was looking at that. I actually was thinking about that before I did the attack, and while I was looking at the Rolling Thunder. He only had played one spell. The Exquisite Firecraft was the only spell in his graveyard. So Fiery Impulse would have done 2, not 3. Yeah, so see? You always gotta be thinking. Always gotta be thinking. And, alright guys. So I tested for a while with DJ before that match. Thanks to DJ, he's in the chat. You know, props to him. He did a Smoke impression and helped me get ready. And we certainly found that, you know, there were definitely games I could win, especially like Moss games, but there were going to be some tough games like that game 2 where he had the right answers. I would just have to draw right, and I'd have to slog through it. So it worked, so thanks to him for the help. Thanks to you guys for watching. Many of you have been on this on the whole Swiss round ride with me, so it's been exciting, and This is the end of the Swiss, and then our top 8 journey will start sometime next week. Watch the other competitors. There are going to be some amazing matches. Some people playing win-and-ins for top 8, trying to knock each other out, getting themselves in. It's going to be exciting. Follow that action on NGA or on my blog, Haunted Flower Duels Diaries, and have an awesome day.